Come on, Twyler. Watch Eve of the Daleks with me.
No way, man. That season 13 flux was more than I could handle.
Oh, it won't be that bad.
Game over, man. Game over.
Oh, this is ridiculous. I can't believe I'm going to have to hypnotize you again. Twyler, you will accompany me to the TV room and we will watch Doctor Who together.
Yes, I obey, Spaceman Matt.
Twyler, you will accompany me to the TV room and we will watch Doctor Who together.
Yes, I obey, Spaceman Matt.
Twyler, you will accompany me to the TV room and we will watch Doctor Who together.
Yes, I obey, Spaceman Matt. Hey, wait a minute. Are we caught in a time loop?
No, I'm just lousy at editing video.
Really? What are you good at anyway?
Hey, stop that. Let's go. Hey, what's up, Earth? It's Spaceman Matt. Whew. We made it out of that bad video editing and to the TV room after watching Eve of the Daleks. Twyler is resting now, but I wanted to share my opinion about the episode and give you a fan service version of the story that I would have liked to have seen. And as always with this kind of review, spoilers. So basically, the story is that the Doctor wants to repair the TARDIS damaged during the events of the Flux. She sets it to repair mode, and she, Yaz, and Dan are supposed to stay outside the TARDIS while it dematerializes into the time vortex to repair itself. They were supposed to have a holiday on some resort world. Instead, they wind up in a storage rental place on Earth on New Year's Eve in England. Inside the storage facility are Sarah, one of the owners of the facility, forced to work on New Year's Eve to accommodate her client Nick, who appears to always need access to his storage unit on New Year's Eve when Sarah is the only person ever available to open it. It turns out that Nick does this deliberately because he harbors a crush on Sarah, but has yet to ask her out in spite of his crush and in spite of the fact that he appears to be quite a player, as the stuff he collects in the storage unit is mementos from past girlfriends that he's broken up with. The TARDIS's repair mode also attracts the attention of Daleks, who have blocked the storage unit off with a force field in an attempt to capture and exterminate the Doctor once and for all. They appear to succeed in doing this, but the TARDIS's repair mode has also caused a time loop around the facility at the same time, so that everyone inside the loop experiences the events over and over again. Time loops get shorter every time, and all the parties involved are aware that they are in a time loop, so it's up to the Doctor and fam to stop the Daleks just when the time loop comes to an end. Sarah seems a little too aware of the time loop, even calling it a time loop, which I found odd and made me think that Sarah could be a time lady who went into hiding during the Time War with the Daleks, and she might have one of those fob watch biodata module thingies that will eventually convert her back to a time lady. She even uses an expression that the second Doctor used a lot, "Oh my giddy aunt," which was a bit of second Doctor fan service, I guess. The Doctor saves the day and love prevails between Sarah and Nick, and it looks like they'll live happily ever after. Also, Dan realizes that Yaz has romantic feelings for the Doctor. He confronts Yaz with this, and then the Doctor appears to be clueless about Yaz's feelings, or at least pretends to do so. I get the feeling that Dan is looking for them to hook up, so I'll be invited into a threesome. Perhaps that's not his intention, he just gives me that vibe. Look here, he looks like he's hoping to get lucky. Anyway, it would have been odd for the Doctor to have a romantic relationship with a companion. It really hasn't been done before, but leave it to Chris Chibnall to turn everything we thought we knew about the Doctor on its ear. Overall, it was a mediocre episode at best. It was nice to have a Dalek episode that wasn't an epic, universe-on-the-line adventure, but while watching it, I had a better fan service idea for the story. Instead of Sarah being the one that has to open up the storage facility, it's Ronnie Chandra from the Sarah Jane Adventures. I know she was supposed to become a journalist like Sarah Jane, but let's just say she's there helping out a relative who owns the facility. Now, I know when asked by a reporter if Ronnie would turn out to be the Ronnie, the Time Lord villain, Russell T. Davies said unequivocally, no, she's not the Ronnie. But the follow-up question the reporter should have asked is, why then give that character that name? Anyway, after being exterminated a few times in a time loop, Ronnie gets annoyed and remembers that she has this broken fob watch. And after obsessing on it for a few minutes, she realizes that it might be a way out if she can remember what to do with it. The Doctor, out of ideas for dealing with the Daleks, now has the hope of getting help from a fellow Time Lord, although realizes that Ronnie could be the Ronnie, but thinks it's too much of a coincidence. She gets Ronnie to activate the fob watch, and it turns out she is really a previous unseen incarnation of the Ronnie. The Doctor, visibly disappointing, saying, why couldn't it be Romana, or the Drax, or even the meddling monk? The Ronnie, with all of her memories back, realizes that her TARDIS is in one of the storage bays, and she has some robots that she purchased in Caldor City that might be able to deal with the Daleks. Of course, this refers to the robots from the Robots of Death, a Tom Baker episode, except these robots are carrying high-energy weapons, so the Ronnie orders them to destroy the Daleks. A battle ensues, but the Ronnie's robots and the Daleks annihilate each other. The Ronnie then convinces Nick, who is still smitten with the Ronnie, even though he knows she isn't human, to leave with her in her TARDIS. I mean, after all, it never seemed to work out with human women for him anyway, so I just thought it was a neat idea. Well, it's just a fan service idea, and I know there was some pushback casting Sacha Dhawan as the Master as a potential way of demonizing South Asian people, but Sacha Dhawan is a terrific actor. I would have loved to see him cast as the Doctor, but instead he got the role of the Master. Casting another South Asian person as the Ronnie might upset people, and others might be upset if they cast a European actress as they did in the past with Kate O'Mara. Anyway, it's a double-edged sword with that character, and it's probably the reason they will never bring the Ronnie back. Ratings for Doctor Who continue to decline, so I'm thankful that after this there are only 2 more specials left to usher out the Chibnall era. As always, I have to ask you to please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Alright, that's all for now. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Subscribe to Spaceman Matt's Sci-Fi vlog today. The fate of the world depends on it, I guess.